All right, we're going to go ahead and start with our next interview with Blurtography. And we'll start with the first question from the audience.
Moana Nui.
James Herndon, Moana Nui podcast. What was your gateway into not just blurtography, but just geek culture? Like, what was the first thing that pretty much got you hooked into the genre of just anything with anime, comics, whatever it was?
As far as just getting me into geekness, 100% Power Rangers. Just hands down. From the first episode, I was like, yep, that's it. I'm done. But it was a gateway drug that led to so many other things. And as far as the blurred culture thing, it was just my passion for cosplay photography. DragonCon 2016, 2017, and jumping out of a car and taking blurry pictures of the usual Rangers and then Ninjetti cosplays. And I think that was the first Black Geek DragonCon shoot. Yeah, it was a gateway drug that led to something I'm really happy. Up to.
Tell the origin of Blurtography.
We only got 15 minutes. No, but seriously, I've done other YouTube channels with other people before. I was doing my own photography thing. And I just, I didn't think like the cosplay photography thing would go anywhere. I would just take some pictures and blah, blah, blah. And then, the world ended and stuff happened. And I, was like, hey, sitting at the house, we ain't doing nothing for this whole time, got to do something. So I started planning. The YouTube channel I was working on at the time kind of fell through. It ended very angrily, so I was like, you know what, not this again. Let me just start my own thing. And then like a few months later, February 2021, Blurtography was born. And I wish I could tell you I knew what I was doing. I do not know what I'm doing. This was all an experiment to learn how to shoot and do video. And it turned into something I didn't know what I was building. I'm literally building a plane as it's flying, and it's soaring, and I don't know how. So that's kind of the short note. Pop Tech again.
What would you tell yourself that you know now, back when you first started? What would be one thing you tell yourself?
Stop being scared. Just go do it. Just go talk to that cosplayer. Just go take that picture. Just go post that video. It doesn't matter that it's not perfect. Go create those opportunities and stop waiting for those opportunities to come to you or for it to be natural or be invited. Just go do what you have to go do to get the job done. And stop procrastinating and being lazy. Just get it done. Moana Nui.
In your, excuse me, in within the time that you have been doing this, have you had your fanboy moment of being able to interview or photograph someone in the industry yet? Or is that still something, or is there still someone that is like, that would be the person you'd have your fanboy moment over?
The weird thing about what we do in press and things like that is you have to control that fanboy moment because that will get you in trouble. But I guarantee you, every single person I've ever interviewed and photographed and had the experience of asking a single question to is 9 times out of 10 somebody I have geeked out to. And I had to find a professional way to geek out with these people. So instead of like, oh, what's your favorite Power Ranger or what would this person do? Depending on who the guest is, I had to like, okay, so I'm interviewing Phil Lamar. How can I ask who's your favorite character that you've voiced in a more professional way? Or, things like that. So it taught me to get better about my critical thinking skills and how I approach certain things. And like, you can still have that geek moment, but you can have that geek moment professionally. I want to say like last year at MomoCon, like it was guest after guest after guest. I remember Koji. He was in a battle royale. And, I know that because I love Battle Royale. And I asked him a question. It was a professional question, but he gave me a geeking out moment answer, and we just geeked out in that moment together. It's on camera. MomoCon has shared the footage. I saw it. It is hilarious. But only he understood that we were geeking out at the same time over Battle Royale. So yeah, that was fun.
Cool.
Blurredography.
What's one of your most memorable experiences since starting Blurredography and being a content creator?
There's so many. This whole journey has just been memorable. Like every con I come to is like everyone tells you like, oh, you did this and you did this and you did this, and you're still getting used to like the accolades and just people coming up to you. But I think last year at DragonCon 2023 was such an eye-opening and like humbling experience for me. Being on the panel, being on panels with not only people who I looked up to, who I created blurred culture and all the godfathers and godmothers and the uncles and cousins that are the reason why we all here. People who I looked up to and like still look up to, sharing that stage with them, and they say, hey, you have made it, you're here with us. And then at the next panel, and then at the photo shoots, Avatar: The Last Airbender photo shoot I do every year, Black Geeks of DragonCon photo shoot, being pulled from finishing one photo shoot and like, hey, I know who you are, can you do our photo shoot? We're doing this X, Y, and Z, and then just go do it, kill it. That whole experience last year was humbling, and just it kind of shook me because like I kind of like hit a pause with the content because I was like, okay, I don't really know where to go from here. But I was like, I think it was Royalty Cosplay at DragonCon after the Black Geeks of DragonCon panel. She came up to me and she just whispered in my ear, "You're doing everything right. Everybody loves you. Keep doing what you're doing and just keep being genuine." That just alone just was like meant so much to me, just to hear that, just to see that the work and effort, energy, all the nights I spent editing, all the arguing I've spent with my editors, all the crazy stuff, that it pays off at the end. You just gotta fight through it and just get to it, I guess. I don't know. That was a rambling question, I'm sorry.
Ask a question?
Pop tech.
What's your most unpopular opinion of an anime? Something that can get you, you know.
One Piece is trash. And no one will be alive long enough to finish it, to watch it till it's end. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, it needs to be said. I'm sorry, it needs to be said. But yeah, One Piece. No, but all jokes aside, I don't think I have a real unpopular opinion about anything anime because I'm a little removed from it since my college days. I'm just happy that anime, especially within the Black community, is just so more widely accepted, and you can come to an event like this and just see people of color just geeking out to Dragon Ball Z and JJK and all these other animes that I don't even have time to watch because like, I gotta go to work. So just seeing that and just being able to geek out with other people, that's all I care about. I can't even have an opinion on anime. If anime has brought all these black people together when we grew up in a time where it was never okay for black people to be geeks or anything outside of strong and dignified, I can't complain about it. I have nothing bad to say, regardless of what the anime is. But One Piece is trash.